Hello. Do bear with me for one moment, please. Hello. Okay. So in 2021, which was my last going live, and this year I decided to go only once a month this year. But I'll explain that towards the end of this video. Well, there's going to be some changes. So I'm talking about fashion trends and whether or not you follow them. Now, if you are a follower of mine and you check the community tab quite often, I usually put on there what I'm going to be talking about. And so I started the conversation by actually saying that I wanted to talk about the colour lilac. And the reason why I chose that, which is Pantone's colour trend for 2022. And doing a little bit of research, as it was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing to see how we have, or at least Pantone and the fashion industry are so in deep depths of what colour should mean to us. And so when I read what it actually means, which I'll read in a moment, what it says on the website, it's like, okay, it triggered me thinking, I love the colour lilac anyway, but it's a very spring colour to me, and it reminds me very much of my childhood. And I suppose colour does have those kind of memories. It's one of the first things as human beings that we succumb to is colour, as well as shapes. So it was just, I just found it so amusing. And this is one of them times where I think fashion needs to be amusing, because sometimes fashion can be really, really, I don't know, serious, too serious, to the point of where people take it too much to heart. And fashion was never meant to be something that you really take too much to heart. But I think fashion trends helped us as a society, as the world, in order for us to move forward and dress our bodies the way we want to dress them. But as time has gone on, fashion, in my opinion, has very much lost its focus. Hello. It's kind of very much lost its focus, where everybody's jumping on the bandwagon in order to get recognised. So with the trends, and I want to know from you, what trends do you follow? Are you following any particular trends of 2022, or do you have your own trends? Because that's also a thing that no one really talks about. And for me, it was like, okay, I don't follow trends. I just do my own personal trend that I'm going to be wearing come summer, spring, summer, and autumn, winter, because we have 4 seasons in England. So I found it quite amusing. So let me just read what it actually says. Okay. So Pantone announces the colour for the year 2022, a new Pantone colour whose courageous presence encourages personal inventiveness and creativity. Yeah, I'll read it again. Pantone's colour whose courageous presence encourages personal inventiveness and creativity. I think it's inventiveness and creativity that got me. It's like, okay, I thought about it for a while. It's like, still reminds me of my childhood though. And it's very dreamy. And it's interesting how colour can set off certain triggers in your minds about what colour means to you, and someone else telling you what colour possibly means to them as far as fashion is concerned. Hence the reason I decided to do this live, just for 30 minutes, just to see if you are a person that follows fashion trends, and if you do, why do you? And if you don't, also why? And share that information in the chat, please, because I'd love to know. I'm really am fascinated about it. So, for the first time in the longest time, and it's probably when I was a teenager. If I ever followed trends, it will definitely be when I was a teenager, when I was first starting out making my own clothes. It'd be like, yeah, whatever was in the magazines at the time. Yeah, my mum would help me make them, make the patterns and stuff. Yeah, that would be the time. And then it's like, no, I can do better. I'll do my own stuff, because at that time I wanted to be a fashion designer. Um, so when color came along, when this color came along, it just triggered something, and it's like, okay, then for spring summer, which is the fashion trend that's happening right now, I do believe um, London Fashion Week is on now. I don't know whether today's the last day or tomorrow's the last day, but we are known for creativity as far as the fashion circles are concerned. I think the last one was New York, and I think the next one's going to be Milan. And yeah, yeah, we're creative, we Brits. We are certainly creative when it comes to fashion. I've been looking at it quite a bit, and I've only been looking at it because of me going live now. And but for many years, I don't. I loosely follow fashion, and I basically do that for, or the mainstream commercial fashion, let's say, just so that I'm aware of what's happening. But the designers I love to follow are not really that mainstream. So yeah, so let's go back to the colour of my trend that I'm going to be wearing spring summer, and this is the first time I've ever done this. I am going to be wearing a lot of lilac, or as the Pantone people like to call it, very Perry. And when I watch videos of other people talking about fashion trends, they kind of break down the hue that's in color. So a hue is the dense color. So like you think of like blue, green, brown, not purple. But if you think of color, and then within color, which is a hue, we give it different shades within that. So, for example, if we talk, say red, for example, so you've got the color red. So, and think back to when you first introduced to the color red at primary school. So, we all know all our colors. And then we add white, or we add black. So, we add white in order to lighten the color, so it can become like a pink ish color and different shades. And then if we add black, it becomes really dense and dark and really kind of blood deep red. And that's how color is. And then within those colors, that you can get literally hundreds of either light shades of red or deep shades of red. That's just basically how the color wheel works, and when it comes to designing. So what I personally like about this, and what I'm going to be doing and sharing with you, because I do my outfits of the week, I just want to see how it feels following a trend. I know there's certain styles that my color will incorporate. One is definitely pleats, because I love pleats, and I've been wearing pleats for a very, very long time. But within the lilac, I do have a lilac pleated skirt, and I will be definitely wearing this. And if you follow me, then you would know now I've worn this lilac skirt, because I do love it. With a refashion shirt that is also lilac. So yes, I will definitely be wearing lilac. I just want to see how it feels. I want to play with the psychology of actually following a trend and see how it feels. So if you like to follow me then on that journey, then I will definitely be sharing it on my outfits of the week that I upload on a Friday. So first of all, can I just say hello to everyone? Lauren, Smina, Brock, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Brock says, do you like silk? Yes or no? Yes, I do. But there are different variations on silk, though. It depends on what kind of silk you're actually referring to. I do like silk when it comes to silk blouses, but silk Um, it's a beautiful fabric to wear. Really is a beautiful fabric to wear. It's lightweight, it's floaty, and kind of so that I'm talking about when it comes to blouses. But it's also a fabric that creases quite easily. So you, depending on your construction of your garments, I would definitely wear garments that were more couture based, because then you can put back into a much more heavier weight type of silk. But yes, I do. I do. My favorite fabric. Um, I don't like a lot of prints. If anybody asked me what my favorite fabric would be, it would definitely be woven, and that's mainly because when I started sewing, there wasn't that many knits around. So my mum really drilled it into me about how to work with wovens. And even though my mum's quite colourful and she does like print, I'm not a person that likes print that much, but I do have a selective few pieces within my wardrobe of print. So if I see anything in the fabric shop when I used to go, um, then yeah, I'll gravitate towards it, and I know that I'll have it for a very, 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 very long time, more than I would a fabric that was just plain. I like plain fabrics, and I think it goes back to my childhood because my dad, he would always wear suits, and they were always very plain colours. And the fabric shop that I used to frequent quite often had a large section of what they refer to as men's suiting fabric, and those fabrics tend to be more often not had a higher percentage of a natural fiber in it, and I always gravitate towards those because you tend to find, particularly in England and up north where I'm from, a lot of the fabrics when I was younger, when I was buying them, they catered for the older generation of women. Let's just put it out there. And yeah, if you want to stay trendy, it's like, okay, I'll just go for a solid color. And I think that's where it comes from. And plus, it's how I design as well. There's more detail that you can actually see within a plain fabric than a patterned or fabric. But I do like the challenge of that. But thank you for asking that question. Hi. I love nothing. I love noting the trends, yeah, and details, and incorporating them in the wardrobe if it suits me. That's the key. Yeah, if it suits you, then do it. Don't do it because fashion is telling us. So I agree with you, Smina. There, yeah. If it's something that's missing from your wardrobe and you loved it in the past, then get it and then follow it. Hold on to that piece because it will come back, but don't let it be fashion that tells you to wear it again. Let it be you wearing it again because it's a garment that you love. That's the way I see it. Not that I hope I'm not dictating here. Suits me. Yeah. Love Pantone 22 color. Yeah, there's something about it. It's supposed to be the color lilac or lavender or very Perry is what they're calling it, isn't it? Yeah, very Perry. I believe it's a color. It's a blue. The undertone to this very Perry is blue, and I think it's lilac that's added into it. So it's a very interesting color because there's almost a glow about it. Let's see what that means. Let me see what Perry means. Okay. Right, okay. I've got a dictionary up here. Oh, this is interesting. In Parisian mythology, a mythical superhuman being originally represented as evil, but subsequently as a good or graceful genie or fairy. So that's what Perry means. That's interesting. Mythical superhuman being. Yes, I like that. Yeah, I'll be thinking of that when I wear my colour of ranges of very Perry. Hmm. So it did have a dark side to it. That's interesting though. It represented evil. Wow. And then subsequently it became good. So it becomes graceful and like a fairy. That I can relate to, and definitely to child, and I do see it as a very floaty color as well. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite colors? Two of your most favorite colors. Let me know. So this is Mina again. Also, I love the trends of the long dresses worn over pants. Oh gosh, yes, I do. I do. Yes, that is so gorgeous and so sexy, especially with denim. I do like that. Oh, I definitely will be doing that. Definitely. Brock is asking, does anybody like silk? Good question. Yeah, does anybody like silk? Oh shoot, two. Oh right, okay. Shoot two. Periwinkle. Yes. Periwinkle, not shoot of periwinkle. Okay. Right, Brock. I don't know what is it you're trying to grasp here. But yes, silk shirts, yes. Can we take the conversation either further than just you just asking? Okay. So where was that? Oh yeah, I was asking you the colours that you like. If you could give me two colours and the reason why you like them, it would be interesting. I don't. Do I have a favourite colour? No. If anything, when I was younger, it was definitely the colour green and mustard. I used to make a lot of things in green and I used to make a lot of things in mustard. I don't know whether it's because I like those colours or those were the types of fabrics that you could find in a fabric shop because it's very limited where I lived to what you could get. And I think it's the latter. I really do think it's the latter. And then you obviously become lovers of that colour because more often than not, those are the only colours you could really get. Hello, Robin. How are you? Calling from Washington, D.C., State, USA. Hello. Hope you're well. Share video. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Creativity. Oh, thank you. Oh, I should read it out, shouldn't I? Hello, Colleen from Washington, D.C., State, USA. I appreciate your video so much. Love the creativity. My fave colours are muted colours. Oh, yes. Yes. There's a lot of character in muted colours, actually, and there's a lot of colour you can see in muted colours. What I find very interesting is when I ask people what colours they can see in a block, say like navy blue, people can't see reds or purples or even orange within that particular shade of navy blue. It's so fascinating. That's what I find fascinating about colour. And then that's how you can pick out those colours. Because as many of you may know, that I like to dress very monochrome, and if I see a certain color within a particular shade, then I'll take that color out and then I'll match it with an accessory, like a if I was going to wear blue and a certain shade of blue, I could see a red in there, then I'll get a red bag and then or jewelry, something like that. So yeah, I don't know whether that's a skill. I don't know. I don't know. When I was teaching, when I was lecturing, a lot of students were very fascinated about the fact that I could see all these colours and they couldn't. I couldn't understand why they couldn't see it. I don't know. Oh shit, where am I now? Okay. All right. So yeah, I feel it suits me, and I love all the colours. That's good. I like that. I like somebody who is very confident about why they wear certain colours, and it makes them feel good. And I think that's so important. And I think with fashion, I think fashion trends overlook that quite a bit. It's almost too much pressure to wear the colour trends. I mean, I know the reason why, because it's about selling the next batch of clothing to us and making sure that, it fuels their industry. But at the same time, I think what they need to do is broaden it a lot more because they tend to think of only one particular shade and maybe 2 to 3 that will probably follow within that very Perry, slightly darker and probably slightly lighter. But no, collect your own colours throughout the years and build on that. That's what I say. That's what I've done anyway, 'cause I do have quite a lot of lilac colours. The only thing I really struggle with getting is red. And I'm old school, and I like to go to, well, I did like going to the fabric shop and picking out my colours. I have tried online a couple of times, and I haven't been happy because it's really hard to, for a person who loves colour and finding the right shade and trying to choose it online. Because my mum always taught me, but whenever I went into a fabric shop, I should always bring the fabric, the roll or the bolt of fabric towards a window if the fabric shop had a good window. And it does work. You can see how it looks different from when it's further in the shop where it's a bit darker and the light isn't as good. So I always do that. Yeah, my mum's a great professor of my skills and what I know. So yeah. Oh my Coco. Yes, I love mustard with navy. Oh gosh, yes. Oh, that is a nice colour to wear. That is a striking colour combination with navy. I don't think I've done that. I know I've worn mustard with black, but never navy. That's interesting. Very interesting. Right. So Samina, I'm very easily led by other people. Oh, e.g. Pantone. So many current favorite colors is lilac or periwinkle. Yeah, it's. I don't disagree with what Pantone and what other people within that industry do, because I do think a lot of people do need that guidance, but I definitely think they need to add more color to the color palette because not everyone's going to like it and not everyone's going to think the way they think. And even though it's quite interesting for what they said about describing that color, it's quite nice. And I think in these times as well, throughout the world, we do need a color that's quite, I'm going to use the word refreshing. Yeah, definitely refreshing. Does anyone else see that in this particular color? Do they see it light and airy and fairy and refreshing and peaceful? Because I know it's been using that term as well for it to be peaceful for what's happening in the world. So it crosses over a little bit into politics, and I can see that. I can definitely see that. I just want to know if anybody else can actually see that as well. Okay, so it's coming near to the end of my time. I did say it was only going to be 30 minutes. And I just want to let you know that this is going to be the very last one. I do have good reason for it to be the last one. And it's mainly to do with the fact of YouTube making so many changes. And as some of you may or may not know, they're making changes to our shorts. And as a YouTube creator, there's so much pressure on us to get involved in all these little things that YouTube are putting out there in order for us to engage with and share with you. And for me, it's just too much of a workload to continue with the live stream. But saying that, it doesn't mean I won't do live streams. I definitely do live streams on my Patreon platform because it's also about income as well. So, and I want to talk a bit more about that on my channel as well, just so that I don't want people to get the impression that if you're making your own clothes, that it's almost like the poor relation to fashion and what fashion says and buying ready-to-make garments, because it so is not. As you may know, when it comes to me showing you how to do techniques, you know, I'm always encouraging you to do hand sewing, and hand sewing is a big part of couture. and that's a big part of getting beautifully made garments, because a sewing machine can't do everything. So yeah, so I'm sorry if you're going to miss me doing this, but like I said, I will be on Patreon, and occasionally I will definitely do this. But I want to share more information about what YouTube's doing and what they're encouraging YouTubers to use within their platform, and they've got one or two other things that are coming shortly as well. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot to engage in. So I just want to focus on sharing my Wednesday outfits of my no Wednesday is my tutorials. So I can say this, that if you are wanting me to refashion something, then please do let me know, either on one of my videos that I do on a Wednesday, or even on a Friday. Because what I want to do is I want to give you what you want, rather than me kind of saying, well, this is what I'm going to be doing. I want to share as much as I can. So if you can tell me what you want me to think about, then I'll definitely do that. And I put it to a poll. So therefore you can vote for what I should be doing next. And on the Friday, this is where I want to share how I wear my refashion makes and how I'm going to wear them in the future. Because you'll see me, like, if like we're in February now, back in January, I would have worn the same one or two items this month that I would have worn in January, because that's what it's all about. But I would have teamed it differently, hopefully. Well, not even hopefully. It's life. That's what I want to portray. It's going to be life. I want to wear my clothes over and over again. Hence the reason I make sure that I include a lot of hand sewing, so that it has durability. So my Friday will be where I will share my refashion makes, and usually with something that I have designed, patterned, and also sewn, and one or two ready to wear pieces, especially knitwear, because at the moment it's cold in England. So yes, one needs the knitwear. Definitely need the knitwear, and a lot of my knitwear is bought. So thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel. Don't forget, please do commentate on my videos, because it really does help my channel to grow. And if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe as well. So let me just read this one more comment, and then I will go. I'll miss you. Love streams, love your videos, fashion sense, and absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Melinda. Yeah, just go to. I will definitely do them occasionally. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want me to do them now and again, like every quarter, then I will do. But I just need that from you, rather than me just kind of like putting information out there, and I'm not sure whether or not you actually want to share it, engage with it. And that's what's important. But I'll also, on my community tab, keep you updated about what YouTube is going to be doing, because I have been trying one or two shorts, and I'll be honest, I do enjoy them, and a lot of people are enjoying them because they're so quick, and they don't take as much time in preparation. So we'll just see how it goes. But thank you very much. Thank you all very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you on, let's see what we're on now. We're on Tuesday. I'll see you on Friday. Yeah, I'll see you all on Friday. Oh yeah, got an interesting video that's coming up on Friday. I can't wait to share that with you. I really can't. I did one today as well, which surprised me as well. But yeah, just keep an eye on my community tab, and I'll just shut up now, because I'm just going on, aren't I? Bye.